All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for the first day of our 3-day Healthier Me series with Project Connect and Ginting Sindaw. My name is Jerome Serrato Valoria. I use he, him pronouns, and I'm the Project Connect coordinator here at Apacha. So for those who aren't familiar with us, Apacha is a nonprofit community health center based in Manhattan's Chinatown, and we have a long-standing history serving those affected by HIV and AIDS. We offer culturally competent services to all communities, whether it's primary care, behavioral health, trans health, PrEP and PEP, health insurance enrollment, HIV and STI testing, as well as SNAP, food stamps enrollment. We serve all communities with special regard to those who have been marginalized and otherized. This workshop series, starting today, is part of a campaign for API or Asian and Pacific Islander fitness. And in each session with Ginting Sindaw, where they're going to take us on a journey in understanding how cultural dance forms from the Philippines have a healing effect. We will learn basic movements to get the blood flowing, our joints lubricated, and keep our muscle fibers primed. At this point, I would like to hand the floor over to my partners in community, Ginting Sindaw. So thank you so much for joining us, folks.
Great to be here. Hi, everyone. I'm Diane Camino. I'm one of the dance and captains for Ginting Sindaw, Malayo Heritage. And I would like to pass the floor on to Poetry so she can introduce the tribe we are representing today.
Hi, good afternoon. We are going to visit the Tiboli people in the southern Philippines, southern part of Mindanao, southern Philippines. We will talk more about questions you will have after Diane will teach you the basic steps. But my name is Putri Rangkamanis. I'm the artistic director of Ginting Sindaw, and also I founded Ginting Sindaw in 1992. And Diane was there when she was very young. So she will be our dance captain and teacher. And Malika is going to do music. And then we're going to explain to you later on what Diane is wearing. So the Tiboli people live in the mountains of Surala, and they were only discovered by lowlanders in 1976. So the culture and tradition of the Tiboli people are intact, yet they're facing threats right now. The word discovered is discovered. Did I say discovered? The lowlanders discovered because there's a certain man called Elizalde. He was commissioned by Marcos. He's a dictator of 1970s, and he wanted gold. So he sent this guy to look into the mountains, the virgin mountains, virgin forest of southern Philippines. And so that's the way they discovered the Tiboli people. The Tiboli people are self-sustainable people. They live around 3 lakes and they have everything and fertile soil. They don't need cash economy, unlike now. So as we go along, learning the dances, also we will learn the culture and tradition of the Tiboli people. The dances that you're learning are very much connected to the Tiboli people as part of their daily rituals and also connected to our environment. So this is not just learning the movement, the exercise, but also learning how to value, how to remember, and how to see that, for example, we're gonna learn the rice planting ritual. So we will like visualize and value the beauty, the spirituality of rice to us and our health as we go along learning it, because you know we are so oriented that we call rice for takeout and whatever rice we have, but rice is a life by itself for the Tiboli people, so much so that before planting rice there is a particular ritual. So I'm just giving you an example. I am not going to talk more. You will talk later after this. Thank you.
Okay, so we're going to start with, oh, sorry. Yeah, you can hear me. Okay, there we go. All right, we're going to start with some basic hand movements. So you can take your hands and bring them down. So you're going to isolate your wrists. So just extend your arms out in front of you, but keep your elbows soft. And what we do is we just kind of isolate at the wrist. And this is the rain movement. So this is simulates rain and waterfall. Okay. And first we'll stretch the arm a little bit there. Take a deep breath. And all right. Well, we're going to go to some feet movement. Now, Taboli are, this camera will show my feet. The Taboli are you known for mountains or highlands, the mountains? And there are, so it's muddy at the same time. So they have to hug the earth. So when you hug the earth, you're going to use your feet to do that. So your feet are hugging the earth. So when you see my feet are not picking up, they're kind of just like rubbing on the floor. And at the same time, you will keep your knees and your waist right here pretty soft. So you can bend softly at the knees and at the waist, you can kind of just almost like sitting, but not sitting all the way. So a little slight squat. So you're gonna keep your posture slightly there. So try to hold that position, and you're going to use your feet right and left, alternating back and forth. Okay, so you're gonna walk up first. Now we're gonna add the hand movement afterwards. Okay, so just kind of like, it's almost like you're kicking something. Like if you see one of my right foot, it's just, yeah. So it's like you're from your heel. So you're just like rubbing towards the heel. Yep. And you're gonna alternate right and left doing that. So right, left, right, and left. Right, and come back, right, and left. Again, you're keeping your knees soft. You see my posture? It's not all the way down, but it's just like if gravity pulled you just slightly down. And then your feet are hugging the earth. Okay, so since typically people live up in the mountains, you have to kind of grip on the side of the mountains so that with their feet to feel where they're going. Okay. Now the other foot movement I'll show you is just so one foot, the right foot is flat, and the left is just slightly, your heel slightly off the floor. So, and you're going to kind of shift and bounce. So you're kind of like, it's like you're limping. Okay. So you're kind of patting the floor with your right and bringing your left kind of dragging behind it. Picking up your heel just slightly off the floor. Okay, so you're gonna move forward. And with this, your hip will naturally push out because your feet are, well, your right foot is flat. So your right hip is gonna push out slightly towards the right. And that's normal. And then again, also keep your knees slightly bent. You see my knees are slightly bent as well. So yeah, so just, you're gonna move forward. Just try to bring this so you can see my feet. Forward and back. Okay. Now, normally, the Taboli will wear As you can see, this is their traditional clothing, their garb. And this is the belt that they wear to ward off evil spirits. It is made out of abaca fiber and horsehair with beads and brass. So the brass, I'll show you the brass here. Oh, you can't see that too much. Yeah, there we go. Brass with beads, and then the back is the abaca fiber there. Okay. And goes on the waist. Secures the little latch. So when I move, you'll hear the bell. Now we'll go back to the first foot movement, which is the foot hugging on the floor, hugging the earth. So again, right, left, soft knees, and then back and forth. So just walk front and back. Okay, then we're gonna add our hand. So that's this hand with a waterfall. So again, when you add the hands, you're just, you see in the from side view, my elbows are just naturally soft. They're not super straight. And just kind of simulate like the waterfall or rain falling. Okay, so you don't have to bring it too far above your head, just you bring it to shoulder length and bring it down. Okay. There you go. Then we'll use the hand and the feet movement together. Okay, so starting from the right with your hands down, starting with your right foot and both hands up. Okay, so right, left, right, right, left. Do that again. We're gonna pair the hands with the feet. So, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, and right, left, right, left, right, 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 left. Okay, you can do it also side on your sides. So we'll try putting our shoulders out. And again, soft on the elbows and ready and, oh, sorry, from the bottom first. Right, left, right, left, right. Okay. Now we're gonna use the other foot movement, and this one we'll just keep our hands on the hips and right foot flat on the floor, and your left heel just slightly above the ground, like this. Okay, so we'll just grab our hips and move towards front. Now you can make a little bit of noise on like patting. So it's a soft pat. Going forward, going back. You're not jumping too far up, you're just still hugging the earth with your feet. Okay, it should look like this in a side view. So side view, you can go back this way, and then you can come back. Right. A lot of the dances are prop heavy. So, but for planting, you can pretend you have a basket. So the basket You have a basket, and this is where you're going to put your seeds, your seedling, your rice seedling. So for the ritual, the beginning of the ritual, come in with our baskets, and this foot movement that we're hugging the earth, and you're holding the basket. Okay, so we're gonna go forward, back, or we can make a little circle. So again, just make a little circle. You can let your hips kind of just go with your feet movement. Okay. Then we're going to offer, and it's like a prayer. So it's part of the ritual. So the offering is you change feet to the flat right foot and the one that's up with the heel, left heel just above. Again, we offer. When you offer, you're really offering. So bring down. Okay, so offer. And deep breath. It's supposed to be a ritual, but as well as it's, you know, healing for listening for a good harvest for your rice. Okay, so once you're done with offering, you put your basket down. And when you do put your basket down, remember to bend at the waist and not over like this, because that will hurt your back. So you want to bend with your knees and bring it down. Bring your basket down. Okay. So you don't hurt your back. We don't want that. So then when you let go, and we're going to as well pray. So part of the offering is also we bless our basket for harvest. So part of the blessing is this movement with the water. So it's like rain. So we actually ask for good rain and a good harvest. So when you do that, you're gonna go back to this foot movement where we're hugging the earth with our feet and the rain. Okay. So again, we'll start right foot, bringing the hands up from the bottom. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. So you can kind of just count them. So when you're bringing them up, it's like a 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So it's 4 times. So 1, 2 going up and 2 going down. Try that again. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Down. I'm gonna go around our basket. We don't want to turn our back to the audience, so we'll just get in front of the basket. Make sure you get all 4 corners. So the 4 corners, when we do this, is the 4 corners of the earth. Let's see it, Taboli, indigenous people, the Taboli believe as well. So once you, so once you bless, last bless here, we have probably, let's have a seedling here. They don't have one. They have just a little stick. So we'll just pretend we'll have a seedling, a rice seedling. So we pick up our seedling, again, bend at the waist and with your knees, you know, so you don't hurt your back. We pick up our seedling, pick up, and also with the seedling, we would like to offer it for blessing as well. So we change our feet again to this, the foot where you're. So when you do the blessing, your hand is just going up this way and down. So it's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, 8, and up, down. So again, the 4 corners, since we're not turning our backs to the audience. We're going middle and to the right, to the left, and to the middle. And then when you offer, you want to bring your head to kind of follow that gaze of your hand when you offer. It is sacred. This is a sacred ritual. And don't forget to breathe in between. Take a deep breath and go towards the middle to offer the seedling. And bring it down to the right and down to the left. And then back to the middle. All right, now we plant the seedling. So when we plant, we're going to keep the seedling in the left and we'll plant with the right. We're going to start towards the right first. Actually forward and backwards. So when we do that also, we have a chant that goes with it. And it goes. So keep rhythm with your the rows of your planting. So it keeps your rows straight when you plant. So again, it back to the left. Coming back backwards. And we move to the left with this foot movement. So that's the hugging. You're hugging with your both feet. Okay. Almost like you're rubbing your feet on the ground. So we'll start from the middle towards the left and then come back to the right. Then we go to the left. Your arms out to your side. Then we'll go to the right. Back to the middle. All right. So let me just stop there. We'll just review from the beginning and then back into where we just left off. Okay. So again, have your basket. If you don't have a basket, it's okay. Just hold, pretend you have one and just kind of do an air basket like here. So then we're going to enter in with our basket and we can go in a small circle, usually figure 8, but if you don't, just then switch feet. We offer to the right. And to the middle. Bring your basket down and go around our basket for the blessing. All right, then we pick up our seedling and move just slightly. When you do pick it up, just move slightly to the right of your basket so that you don't knock it down. And then we offer the seedling as well for our blessing. And then to the right. And to the middle. And then we plant. So. Move to left. This foot movement. And to the right. So usually my hands are out like this because if it's done with a group, so more than one person, you and the entire ensemble, whoever you're dancing with, will be together in a line and holding kind of each other at the waist with this hand movement. So someone would actually be here and then be here on my other side. So then we'll move to the right and then back to the left. Then we plant one more time, and this planting one will be from the right. Yeah, from the right. So we start going to right. So now you can notice when I plant, I kind of alternate my knees. So when I plant also, so my feet, you can see my feet like this. I have this foot just slightly off, not too high off the ground, and then my right is flat. So when I plant, I will plant forward, bending, and my back is kind of supported. So you don't want to hurt your back when you're planting. And this is for anything when you're, even if you're just gardening outside, you want to be careful with breaking your back, hurting your back. 2, 3, 4, and then coming back, I just shift my feet so that the left is flat now, and then my right is a little off. My right heel is off the ground. Then back here, 2, 3. That is it. Put our seedling back. We'll do one more offer. We will do this with drums. So the drums, your feet goes with the drums. I'll have Malika play some music for us. But before that, I'd like to know if there are any questions before we proceed. Yeah.
Hi, Dan. I'm just gonna scroll through the Facebook comments real quick. This has been a great review for me because I remember learning this a couple months back. So one person asked, oh, this dance looks really cool. May I ask what the object on the ground is? I believe this person was referring to the basket. And they also, gave them some insight for folks who may have missed that. So the basket in this dance is really representing, is mimicking the howl bird in Taboli culture to celebrate good harvest for the season. I don't know if Pochi or Diane or Malika want to add more to that response.
Actually, this is dance. The real setting of this dance is then the rice paddies. Do you know what's rice paddies? It's a square box where it holds the paddies like the rice. When you plant them, there is some kind of a dike, and around it, it's a protruded mud that is clay, dried up, and then you pass there, and then so these dances are danced in that place to actually it's asked the ancestral god to make this seedling grow and be free from infestation. And eventually what Jerome said is in the harvest season. So this one is prayer for bounty of the planting. It's always celebratory, and good energy brings good harvests. So yeah, and the reason why we're teaching this, it's of course the appreciation of the Tivoli movement, but also to remember, also to introduce that there is this indigenous people in the mountain of Surala. Right now it's called Lake Cebu, and they're surrounded with lake, and hopefully these rituals will continue as a living tradition. So we're sharing it with you. For for us to realize, and English is for us to connect what food we eat to what ritual is done to make this grow. I hope my English is correct. And we'll talk more later. So, yeah. Question?
I think wala na pang tanong. No more questions at this point, but I'll let y'all know if more come up.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna proceed with practicing this dance move. Again, let me just break down just a little bit of the foot movement again. Malaika, I think we can play drum with the feet movement. Before we, yeah. So let's try to move with the drum. Yep.
So normally if Diane had the drum with her, she'd touch it to ask permission. Yes, as part of the respect that you give to the dance and the asking for permission from the creators. Okay, so
Yeah. Yes, Malaika.
You wanna try the chant? It's one. Say, hoo, 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 hoo. Cabrin. See the meaning of the chant. Actually, you will know what is being planted. If it's corn, you will hear whoo, 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 whoo. That's the corn. And if it's rice, it's whoo, 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 whoo. And also water fetching. We have a water fetching dance where there is no bucket in that area. Of course, there was the plastic during that time. So water is being placed in a bamboo pole, a big bamboo pole. They open the nuts, and then they get the water from the waterfall directly into the bamboo pole, and they have to carry it. And then the water, you will know that there's a passing water because there's whoo, 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 whoo. You will hear that there's people carrying a bamboo pole, carrying that water. So with the rice, you will see that the rice seedling are aligned. Also, usually it's not only one person planting the rice. So this chant actually has a scientific function, like, you know, that when they put the plant together. And there are beautiful meanings of these dances. So for now, that is why this chant is very important for rice planting. The next village would know that there's rice planting going on in this village. So they will come and help plant the rice. And what is interesting is they also wear a big hat, big red hat. We will show that to you later. When they plant, it's like a theater production with the sound and the way they dress. All right, let's do this. Thank you.
Thank you, Poetry. All right, so how does everyone feel? I guess you'll have a different relationship with rice after this. Okay, I'm gonna go over again with music, and we'll do that one part one more time so that you'll remember these steps. Okay, and like us. Thank you, everyone.
Hello, you can hear me?
Yes.
How's everyone feeling?
I feel pretty good. I bet, you know, folks are watching from where they maybe where it's home or maybe on their lunch break.
How about Aran,
like one.
Chang, and Sabine? You want to say something? When I open your camera, let's have a photo also. Are you okay with that? So, Aran, I pronounce your name correctly. Would you kindly tell us a little about yourself?
We can, we're still, hold on. Sandali. Okay, I mean, let's see. Sorry, folks, small technical blip. But I just want to say thank you again so much to Kinding Sindaw for collaborating with us on the API Fitness campaign, especially with using traditional dance as a modality for healing and fitness. I hope folks that attended today, y'all learned something new today. Maybe you might want to explore this more. And if you do, please feel free to join us for more performances. And whether as an audience member or as like a member of these performances. So let me go ahead and just pull up a brief set of slides.
You can also join us tomorrow. We have dance classes on Saturday and Sunday. And also on Saturday night, we have Rina Yung program wherein Jerome is one of the hosts. It's very educational.
Yes, so let me go ahead and show everyone. So, all right, so that was earlier. So one thing I do want to highlight, we are still in Ramadan right now. It ends next week, I believe, on the 12th and the 13th. And we, so Kinding Sindaw is running a whole campaign to support displaced communities in Mindanao. We're calling for donations to help community pantries and to give people the essentials they need to get through this Ramadan season, as well as to get through the pandemic. Ever since the Marawi siege back in 2017, a lot of people have been displaced from their homes and have not been able to because of continuous evacuation that's been going on. And if folks have capacity to donate, there is their payment information right here. So on Venmo, Cash App, PayPal, put a note saying love for Marawi from Marawi City. And you can also follow this tinyurl.com/love for Marawi to learn about the campaign. Next, I want to bring up, so Wilshire mentioned that we do have a web series tomorrow with Kinding Sindaw. I'm actually, I'm a member of this organization. I'm one of, I help all the program coordination. And we have our Renegade Web Series. So this is basically a part where we get to talk more about cultural and historical context of Southern Philippines, of indigenous folks, and to really bring education and learning that you can't get in the classroom, that we can get through the community. We have speakers from the Philippines who come and like share their expertise and give us advice on how we as people in the diaspora can get involved in their work. So tomorrow it's going to be via Zoom and Facebook Live on Kinding Sindaw's page. I'll be one of the co-hosts on that show along with a few other folks. And we're going to be with Termizi Abdullah, who's a professor at Mindanao State University in the Philippines. It's going to be at 7 o'clock New York time or 7 a.m. if you're in the Philippines, if anyone here happens to be in the Philippines. We're going to talk about the Mindanao cultural and historic heritage. And then on the public health side of things, I do want to bring up that we have, oh, hold on. Let me stop share because someone said that I can't see my screen. One moment, I am so sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna backtrack a little bit. So in case folks haven't seen this, again, this is for Duyog Ramadan to help displaced communities in Mindanao. There's the payment information there. You can also contact us at Kinding Sindaw or me personally for more information. This is for a web series that KS is running usually twice a month on cultural education that you can't really get in the classroom. This is more community-based, and I'm also a host there. And here, let's be fab and get your jab. So Aperture has a lot of available slots for the Moderna vaccine tomorrow. We have a lot of spots still open today. So if you're interested, you can call our toll-free line or scan this QR code to sign up for the vaccine so we can get you in tomorrow. Let's do our part in this public health crisis and get vaccinated if we're able to, so that we can really not just flatten the curve, but like drive the curve into the ground and be free from COVID forever. This flyer is sponsored by Canva. So if you have any questions about the vaccine, you can also leave a message on our web pages for Aperture or for Project Connect on Facebook. You can also scan here, call here. We'll be in touch with you very quickly to get you signed up. And then as a last thing, at least for me, you can follow Ginding Sindaw on social media. We're here on Facebook. We're also on Instagram. And then we're ramping up our Love for Marawi campaign. I don't know if my folks over in KS want to speak a little bit more about this campaign.
Like I wanna speak on Love for Marawi. It was born on May 23, 2017. That's also the day, the first day of Ramadan in 2017, where Marawi, the only Islamic city in the Philippines, was seized and bombed to the ground. And up to now, it's still ground zero. And there's a lot of orphans and widows and people who are still in displaced situation. They're called bakwit or internally displaced people. They're housed in temporary housing and also tents up to now. So this is a continuous program that we are campaigning, more than just the material support that you can give, but also the awareness to spread that there are people who are who need your help. No matter how small or big, it will make a difference. So Love for Marawi is your love for the people who are right now homeless, internally displaced, and also fasting. And take note that that your support will go a long way and hopefully will rebuild Marawi eventually, as we will influence whoever are in power. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, Poetry. And I believe that's the last slide I have. Is it? It is. Okay. So on that note, folks, let me just some last minute things I want to say. Thank you again so much. We really appreciate folks coming out to our live stream today. If you're just tuning in, don't worry. This is going to be archived on the Facebook page for Aperture. It's also soon to be archived on our website somewhere. And don't worry, if you missed today, you can always come to the 14th and the 21st, both Fridays from 1 to 2 o'clock, New York time. You can join us via Zoom. If you're interested, the 21st session on the 21st is going to be a hybrid session where we'll have a limited capacity for folks to join us in person at Culture Lab in Long Island City. We do ask that you have your masks as well to keep in line with public health protocol. If you're interested in attending in person, please let us know. You can go to Project Connect's Facebook page or to Aperture's Facebook page and drop us a DM there. And we'll be able to get you all the appropriate information as well. And then for more other Project Connect things, we offer a wide range of services. So we offer like a mentorship program for queer API youth. We also do other health education workshops like this, support groups like a cooking therapy, which I give credit to Aran, my outreach specialist, for starting that in our program this year. And we also, if folks need access to comprehensive services, again, feel free to reach out to us. We are more than happy to help you get into care and stay in care as well. And it is 1:56. I do like to be mindful of people's time. Poetry, shall we end with our salutation?
In honor of our ancestors who created and transmitted this tradition to us, with open hearts, we like to take them in mind, body, and soul. And with humility, we bow as you use it to empower us as we walk our path. Iwe.
Iwe, thank you so much, everyone. Please stay safe.
Thank you.
Mask up.
Iwe.
Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend and be safe out there.